I realize it's very fairy-sized space I'm giving myself today. I do want to, like, show the glimmer of my outfit after this intimate bit. But I was just trying to, get a new area, a new nook. And I'm lucky enough that I live in a creative zone where, if you look, there is a new nook. Everywhere you look, there's a new nook possible. And to add the extreme sports element of this video, I am getting bit by strange things, and I have seen the same spider having a heyday on this little gnome friend here, who is not properly in view, and we must make him so. Okay, tight quarters. Yeah, there's the same spider has been doing concentric circles. Woo! Working its way around the gnome. So I just had to get in the zone and get going. Here's a beautiful fairy thing. I can't stop being a fairy since the Renaissance Fair. I feel a bit of despair returning to the come down of regular sorts of humanity, and think that it feels like stressful insanity, and I want to go back to the land of the enchanted we, the smiling we, the complimentary we, the royal we, the smiling, flirty, all sorts we. Just want to return to those huzzas and applause and more fun laws, as in none of the ones pertaining to the current reality. And it just made me so sad. I keep thinking of the people that seem only to be themselves there, seem only to be able to feel seen and feel like kings and queens in that space. And I just wish that we could erase all the boredom and normalcy-dom. Normaldom. I just made that up and I like it quite. Sort of Harry Potter meets Ren Fair. Normaldom. I wore the wings that I wore to the Ren Fair. They had floofy-doos, which they were well-intended floofy-doos, but they kind of weighed the wings down. And my full-blooded fairy kin made them for me, and they are, if you look closely, they are dream catchers made of fishing line and baubles of the finest kind. I am being attacked. I just want you to know that there is a kingdom of small bugs, and they are coming for me in this snug spot. But there's me and my mermaid friend and a fairy, and it's just, yeah, a fun bit of glee, fun bit of happy. I know there's people on the internet that love this unboxing, unlocking, taking of things out of packages. I don't get it, and I think that the whole, like, mass shopping, do a load, do a dump, whatever they call it, do a bunch of, like, underpaid worker, bad, cheapo clothing and unpack it and try it all on. Not into that, but people do love, I mean, there's that kid who makes, like, Mazzilli's unpackaging toys. I'm like, can someone pay me to do something like that, please? Someone please pay me kindly to test fairy products. I will test your fairest fairy products, and frocks and socks, wings, any type of things. Watch me do it happily. Yeah, anyway, this is, it is high risk. There are bug bites coming for the likes of my legs. I'm trying to act normal throughout it because this is my video I do every day, and this is the spot I've picked. It's this delightful little mini staircase we used to have in my mother's store. It's kind of falling apart. It's been many days of yore gone by have seen this staircase, and I know one another. But yeah, so I'm kind of propping on some of the steps. They need to be retootled. But I don't know how well you can see it. It's pretty hidden. But this is a beautiful image crafted as a collaboration between my boo and I just thought it looked so wondrous with the sky and the light shining through it. But it's just an ideal little under the giant tree, home sweet home, little place to be. And he drew it, and I colored it, and I just think it looks quite splendid with the natural light giving it a burst of bright, like that. So I kind of wove it in here. This is a stable step, don't worry. Kind of wove it in the wondrous tapestry called a vine. Nature tapestry. Hold up. Now we have a wobbly step. This is just challenges. Okay, I got it. I used the foliage. This is a very advanced crystal wand, not for beginners. Yes, look at the rainbow prism bubble inners. I love this one. Just makes me feel right. Makes me feel like I'm harnessing the light, which I really need to do. I'm feeling a lot of the opposite lately. But that's why I wanted to flit my fairy wings. Anyway, they needed to be clipped from all the swirlies, the swirls that were attached. Because while they meant well, they were really tugging on these, and they're meant to be, quite bouncy in there. Whee! So I love them so much. And oh my gosh, it's actually dark enough in this shadow for this light to be working. This changing color light. Might be my boo. It's my boo. I'll be embarrassingly recording. He's used to me dorking around, being a dork about. Ahoy hoy! I mean, no, you aren't seen. I'm just doing my fairy thing. My dork about. I'm in the middle of my dorking around. It's cool. He accepts my dorky ways. But yeah, look at that. It's shadowy enough that this magical light is going, and I like that. Makes me feel like we just upped a level. We went up a level. But where was I? So many flits and fleets and flubberty gibbets. But people love this, right? When you're taking stuff out of boxes and packages. And I realize with these Monster High doll cases in general, it's amazing that children get into them as like gifts. Because you really have to, if you want to keep the packaging intact in any way, you have to just be careful as she does it. And it's challenging. Don't worry, I'll be a good fairy and I will throw away all of my cringy plastic whatnots. But I just can't believe I've kept this gal in captivity this long. And today's poem is a longing for the supernatural and super glimmery and not pertaining to the perils of adulthood. Just wanting to go back to the impact of feeling like a kid and feeling fun, because that was really something the other day. So she's got all these accessories, but this is like a tree. She is a tree souled fair. She has the soul of a tree, but she's a fairy. And I don't even know what all these accessories are. Her little advertising bug self says, "There's a trunk. Trunk opens into playset." There's just a lot going on here. So I thought I would release her from her plasticky temple, and maybe you all will find that thrilling, because it's a thing on the internet, on the websies. Oh my god, I just said websies, and then this was the thing that I unpackaged. Wow! That's weird. That was weird. I planned that not. I did not plan it. Be this crazy chick. Hi! Crazy chick. I like her. So boy, yeah, I'm just not sure how much more there is. You always think, like, is that it? Are we having fun with it yet? There's always like a bit more and then some more in store. But yeah, she's got all these cool little, like, bird, fairy, elemental homies. I mean, gosh, I wish I was working for one of these companies that made these living imagination embodiments. I would be so good at that. Whew, that took a lot. Okay, so we're in. And her name is Teresa Thornwillow, spelled the tree. Teresa Thornwillow, daughter of the tree nymph. I mean, that I should have this job anyway. She's really something. Would you look at her ear intricacy? Would you look at her hair? Okay, this is a thing that I would, if I was working for them, which I should be, immediately do away with. They always stick like an attachment into their heads, so then they have these terrible threads coming out their heads. I don't like that. But look at her, look at her wings. Look at the unfurling. Surely she does a thing that I haven't figured out yet, where her wings certainly do a thing. I don't feel smart enough. What do I do? How do I do it? Oh my god, would you look at her shoes? Would you look at her shoes? They're like tree power energy. This is a little adult. The tree has hands holding her thighs. So that's a little advanced. But oh my gosh, she has like multiple, look at her arms. There's like tree energy growing out of her arms and tiny little adorable bugs in her intricate ears. But come on, how do I make the wings do? Oh, look, I found it. There's a dial. There's a twirly on her back, and it whoa, this was worth the patience, wasn't it, friends? Wow, that is fun. Okay, well, I just had a great time. Look, and she oh my gosh, she closes into this tree energy. And even the thing, the twirly do on her back is like an owl in a tree cottage. What? Like this intricacy. Oh, I love it. Okay. That was extremely enjoyable. Wish I could put her in a place where she was more visible for you, but that's okay. We're in the feels of it. We're in the deals of it. Oh, and my necklace too is a really good fairy. She's a very good silver fairy. So this was a cool thing I've been doing a lot of lately, where I find a small amount of poem spilling that I did in youth. I think with this one in particular, maybe like 19 or 20. What a babe. I didn't even know that I needed to save more of my moments. and just, yeah, be more open and choose better components. But it's okay. I made mistakes that I needed to make, and we all do that. But I love the bookmark is this very, like, Heidi, Hills Are Alive, with the sound of all kinds of good, happy, sing-song things. It's like, yeah, it's just a very Scandinavian, beautiful rolling hills ribbon. So I like that. But yeah, wrote the very first part of this, only the smallest part, the part that's in pencil. The rest, all the pen was written today. But it's a mixture of what I had to say back in the day mixed with what I have to say today, being day 187. So, it is called, I don't know what it's called. I'll find a phrase in here to call it something. I'll read it. I'll greet it with bells. Remnants of pink and purple, the smoky, curved glass hues, tango dancing snowflakes amidst these frenzied well-to-dos. And we'll talk small about the weather. After all, winter was... And we'll talk small about the weather. After all, winter was spring but a few days past. A giddy crescent sliver of moon carries me barefoot to our meeting spot. Fresh pears and poetry. Could I sleep in this arm's reach from touching truly free? The radiance I seek within you might also pour through me. Oh, the many lives I've tried to lead in this small fleeting span provided me. They chided me for dreaming so deep. I lose so much sleep over all that I'd miss, had I even an indulgent 1,000 years here. I steer opal rainbow beaming channels past artful wall panels of the fanciful masterpiece variety. I find people in my dreams, then wake to an aching that I will not find them again, and tend to mourn those lost I never really had, with a hidden, sad, silent weeping. What's keeping us all from that lucky fall in Alice's tree hollow portal, or from chortling with sporting sorts off towards Neverland? What makes us swat away the hand inviting us to more grand delights? Do the fears we gather at night slowly erase or uninvite the dream and imagination guests who wish to whisk us off to memorable quests? The less I engage with this part of my brain, the more seldom she comes to save the day. Had I the power to harness even one ray of fully saturated dream light, and save it up with all my might, and bring forth its boundless, bright, clear invite to feel the height of what exists beyond what is perceived as real, to never conceal my gifts and be told by those who behold these light displays, to lift these dream rays even higher still. If only there was no shame in letting spill the ideals I wish and will into existence. Yet the persistent no frills, stop now, you've had your fill, mentalities creep in so pervasively on me. I feel so strong in my long wandering discovering dreams, then so wounded and out of tune in the face of the day to day. In fact, I'd say I feel quite scrawny. Like the heat to compete is turned way up until it's downright balmy. Achieve and succeed and never mention the need for wonders or exploring or inner restoring. Boredom thwarting, reporting your true feeling, dream world healing, or pesky palmistry. I cannot locate the calm in me when out in these rude, shouting, magic doubting, pushy streets. What kind of fairy accepts the theft of her twinkle, or even a sprinkle of a thing so awful as defeat? So many uninspired, tired, shuffling feet. No one skips or leaps. They show up for commands, then retreat back to big distraction plans. I thought I ran from this turmoil to a richer, more replenishing soil. I thought it was a pixie's gem, but it was a bit of littered foil. I shall never spoil the ending by firstly never allowing an ending of any sort, and by hereby and forever reporting to my own internal committee of necessary magic. I'll follow every hurried rabbit, see a shooting star and grab it right from the skies. Crushed velvet paint from the skies, crushed velvet paint. I'll flutter my eyes and faint before I'll act in charge or barge in somewhere with a bunch of superior grown-up airs. I'll dare others to also believe in and uncover impossible things. I'll dust from my wings the residue of all the undue criticisms and belligerent resentment for softness that so often stings. I'll hop into any of the 3 rings at the circus that give me some purpose before I'll let anyone hurt this inner light beamer again. A dreamer and her pen. Sounds cliche, but it's seldom she finds a way to obey the muse rather than those who choose narrow views and skew their sense of beauty and amazement to focus on some prior adult expectation engagement. Why do we become so resistant to a consistent connection with our inner reflection, practically begging us to make at least a small section of our day devoted to joy and impractical play? We've gone so far astray from our ability to full volume shout, "Hooray!" Why can't we drop our defenses and frolic a little? Come what may. If they think you've outgrown such romping, then stomp what they say as you make your way rolling down some big hill to add even a single thrill to your day. I say nay to normalcy, nay to decorum and consortiums and no fun and obedient curtsies. None of their ladder rungs are worth these vision gems that do not allow me to blend in, but do send me to such great expanses and enthuse dances just behind the curtain of my brow. The space I do not need to see in order to flee there, to be me there, rare and free from the runaround of comparison, not seeking mind control or followers, but kind words and more fun. Kind words and more fun. Kind words and more fun, please. So, that's from the past. This thing is very pretty, but you can't really see the intricacy of it. Maybe you can. It's quite pretty. I really enjoyed this. Are you for real? Are you for real with this deal? Let's see it a few more times. It's magic. I love it. I want to do it all the time. Yay! I just rhymed time with time, and that's okay. So yeah, that was pretty much really fun and worth it. I've got to stand, my friends and foes and fans. I hope I don't have any foes amongst you. I don't think I do. But I just wanted you to see, like, the coolness of my pants, because they're like do a dance pants. They're like do a dance pants. And this is a really fancy dance, too. And I guess I can't really, well, maybe I can kind of show you my wings like this. Don't worry. I'm a very, very trained professional. Maybe not. Very professional. Okay, well, we're kind of like in the leaves. We're kind of in the leaves. Maybe we can still... Clap your hands, believe. Clap your hands, believe. So I just wanted you to, like, get in on how cool those are when you flap on like a star. Okay, so, extremely fun stuff. Extremely, bushy, stairwell. And extremely swell toy that I didn't even know was such a joy. It's really, she is something. Living in that soul of a tree. Whew. Daughter of the tree nymph. Yes, that was a very cool glimpse into the daughter of the tree nymph. Okay, so, find magic. Have some for breakfast. It's tragic to lose magic. Don't lose it. Keep it stashed in your sock drawer. Or, anywhere that you're sure you'll be able to find it again, because sometimes I hide things and I'm like, oh yes, I'll surely find it here, and then I don't find it. But yeah, stash some for yourself and collect it and don't neglect it.